Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with NieR Automata episode number 8 reaction. Alright, before I begin, I'm reacting to episode number 7 now. By the time this is uploaded, episode no not sorry not 7, episode number 8 now. By the time I'll be uploading this, episode 9 will come out. So what I'll be doing is I'll be reacting to episode 9 tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to upload the video tomorrow, and that's how I'm going to catch up with the normal uploads for NieR Automata. So yeah, that's just something that I wanted to tell at the beginning. All right, the previous episode, which was episode number 7, we have to go to the forest. I think they called it the Forest Kingdom or something like that, where where some machine life forms had made like a little kingdom for themselves. However, the king is dead, and we had to go into the forest to save the little sister, the machine life form who we met before, alongside Pascal. We had to go there, and not only that, in that episode, Nines, his whole him not believing and being suspicious of the machine life forms, that was kind of lowered because Pascal saved him from falling. And so we can see Ninus is kind of trusting him a little bit more, which is kind of good. Not only that, we also meet A2 over there, and we confront them at the top. The little machine life form, which was supposed to be the king, A2 kills the machine life form, and we confront her. And obviously, she's like, "Why are you helping the machine life forms? We're supposed to kill them." While at the same time, like when asked, "Oh, did you betray us?" She was like, "No, it wasn't I who betrayed them. You guys, it was the people that from Earth. They're the ones who betrayed us." And she goes away when she realizes she doesn't have enough weapons to fight against, take on both 2B and 9S. And that's how it ended. So let's see what happens in episode number 8. So yeah, let's begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Escaped. Yep. Hmm. Yep. Here we go. Oh no. Yeah, well, about that. Yeah. There you go. Oh, it's her weapon. Oh, okay. To be fair. Hmm. Does he know? Oh, okay. She never showed up. Oh, okay. Hmm. All right. So there you go. All right. Hmm. Oh, that's why A2, attacker A2. There you go. She is kind of suspecting stuff. Hmm. Well, did she suspect like? There you go. She knows. She realizes, and that's why she didn't give. Oh, there's these two. All right. I don't remember them that much. I do remember them from the game, but I don't remember much for about them. Oh yeah, yeah. Flooded city. Uh, People are not. Yeah. Oh, this is the flooded city. I remember this part. Oh. Okay. This part. All right. Oh, I remember like jumping around the different buildings, like like ah. Wow, even the yeah, I was wondering that. Like she is saying that the HQ betrayed us, but then why is she still fighting against the machine life forms? Ooh. Hmm. Yep, I remember this jumping around. Yeah. Nice. I like how they even the buildings I kind of recognize them. Like there was like one building which was kind of like like slanted completely, like all like half of them like submerged. The broken down bus was also there, I remember. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, well, no one is here, so yeah. Mhm. No, she's coming down. Oh, she just came in with the. Oh, is this freedom? Whoa. Yeah, I should have taken off the. Hmm. Oh, there it is. The flower. Yeah. See your reply for accuracy. Well, you're pretty accurate. Save it. Yeah, she was saying that. Alright, calm down. Oh, yeah. But she's an operator. She cannot come here. Mm, kind of. I guess. For a post-apocalyptic setting, it is beautiful. Mm, great. Death flag. Yeah, but. Oh, okay. What the? Oh, there's. Oh, she's fishing. Wait, what the? What's she wearing? Oh, probably because of the splash. Water splash. She. Yo! That's not how you fish? Oh my god. Name? Yeah? Where did she get this? Oh, no. Yeah, A2. Oh, okay. Oh, is she going? There you go. She's all right. Yeah, she told her. Flower that grants wishes. Hmm. Oh no. Oh boy. It's oh great. He got 30 minutes ago. Okay, so we're going to see this from 96 perspective now. I think so. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, overlooked. Hobby. Well, for her, it's interesting. Yeah. Oh, she's calling. Yeah. Hmm. Who was that? Hmm. Yeah. So, what did he find? This is the commander. There you go. Oh, he's seeing the this part where the command said that. Yeah, this part. Oh, oh, oh no. No, I feel like they have a way to probably track back. Okay. Oh god, what's this? Oh no. No, no, no. Oh my god, it's A2. We saw her silhouette kind of moving. I was like, what the hell is that? Okay, don't go and follow her. Mm. Oh, third party. Yeah. Oh, nah, you cannot. Uh, yep. Can they do that? I think they're jamming them. Wait a minute. What the hell is that? What is it? It's a. Wait, what? Oh my god. Stop. Oh no. Okay, what the hell? This suddenly changed from RPG to a horror game. Uh. Oh my god, the brother is counting for Adam to come back. Man, that's a lot of patience. Oh, it's over. Oh, he's counting the pages. He just counted the page numbers. I guess that's one way. Oh boy. Wait a minute. Was that room. Okay. Was that room we saw? Was that Adam's room? Like, he has been keeping tabs on everyone? And maybe A2 came across that and attacked Adam or something? Is that what happened? I genuinely don't remember anything about this part in the game. Like I've probably forgotten what happened in this section. Like my memory is like coming out blank. So I don't remember if this was in the game. It probably was in the game. I've just forgotten about it. But I think okay, it seems like that is Adam's room. Like otherwise obviously it wouldn't be A2's place because A2 like woke up a few days ago. Someone has been keeping tabs on 2B and 9S and like following them or something. They're doing something like that. It must be Adam. Like otherwise who would be doing that? Let's wait for the next episode, which is probably out by the time this video comes out, my reaction. Okay. Oh, there's the little thing in the end. Forgot about that. Alright, let's see what it is this time. Taste of mackerel. Oh no. Jackass was going to feed 2B the mackerel. Yosuke Saito. Why are the buildings still there? Interesting. Yeah. Ah. Okay. But they're destroyed by the battles. Okay. Ah, wait. Do we fishes? Eh, to be dead. To be is dead. It didn't take long for the body fluids to congeal, muscle rigidity. Yep. All right. So this episode, we resume from from that part where we met A2 and 9S and 2B came down the stairs and I mentioned this to the headquarters, like through the operators, and the headquarters is like like the operate no, not the operator, sorry, the commander. The commander is like, all right, so yeah, this person, she is someone who actually is our enemy now. So we have to get her. Now Ninus asks the question that obviously I'm pretty sure anyone who doesn't know about the whole situation, doesn't know how headquarters betrayed the previous unit, the previous Yorha unit. He asks a question for a person who doesn't know that. It's a very obvious question, which is that what why are they doing this? I think that's what he asks. Let me go to that part, just a minute. All right, he asks that why did A2 become a deserter? There you go. And obviously, this is supposed to be something that if it comes to light, obviously 2B and 9 is they won't really be happy about this. Now 2B does know about this whole thing because Lily told her that. However, I feel like if 9s got to know about this, 9s would have been even more, I guess you could say, critical about this, because 9s is a type of character who we've seen who is very curious and has a little bit more emotion than you know like 2B. However, 2B is the type of character who is who has emotions definitely, but at the same time she's more like, oh, this is not part of the mission, I shouldn't focus on this, that type of thing. She's very logical, I guess you could say. Not logical, but she's very um like what was that word, like loyal? Nope, not loyal. There's a like she's the type of character who would go follow the rules, regulations, and go according to the mission, what the mission states. Other than that, she's not going to think much. And that is why even after knowing that, Tubi hasn't really said much about it. And she definitely knows what has happened, but she didn't really mention that. However, obviously this is something that the headquarters should never let the Yorha squadron know. So the commander is like, classified information, you won't get it. So new mission, they kind of issue them new mission, which is to go and find out where A2 is, and if they can kind of capture her and get her back or something like that. They kind of gave their mission. So either way, that's the new mission. Now Pascal comes in, and Pascal is like, oh, like the little sister has gone back. The guard, they took her back to the village. And Pascal is like, oh, I wonder how her big sister will react to this. Either way, Ninus and 2B asks him the question that, do you know about someone called A2? And he says that yeah, she's contained in our archives as well. But I think, okay, wait a minute. Pascal says he hasn't met her. Okay, do you know anything about her? All right. Oh, her. She's contained within our archives as well. A dangerous android who goes around and destroys many mission life forms. Excuse me. However, she has never showed up in the village. So there you go. Now, wait a minute. Something is odd here. Wait a minute. Something doesn't line up properly. Didn't A2 wake up a few days ago? That's what I thought. After Lily told 2B the story, I thought at least that after that she woke up from the heap of but then Pascal says that she has been in our data records for a long while, and she's the type of, she's an android who goes around and killing machine life forms, but she hasn't come to our village, which implies that this has been happening for a while. But then we saw her coming out of the, the heap of trash a few days ago, like when Lily was talking to 2B about her story. After that, she, so is that time, I feel like the time is kind of probably not aligned here. Like we saw A2 coming out of that, maybe that happened way before, they just showed that scene to us now, you know or something like that. This part is a little bit, I don't know, I feel like, or maybe there was a time skip after that, I don't know. No, but Pascal says that she has been in our records, and she goes around destroying. Yeah, she goes around destroying machine life forms, but she hasn't come to our village. So okay. Anyways, I'm a little bit confused here. I'm not exactly sure when she came out from the trash heap. Was it way before, or yeah? But anyways, but yeah, we understand what, like Pascal like said. Obviously, he knows her, but he doesn't. He has never seen her. That type of thing. So unfortunately, no more information he could give Ninus and 2B about her. So the next person to ask was obviously Lily. So Ninus and 2B go to Lily and asks her, and Ninus was like, "Oh, this is an attacker model, like we call, like 2A," and she was mentioning all of that. Lily realized who it was, and Lily did not really say much. She says, "I don't know about anything about her." And obviously 2B realized was because 2B knows everything, and 2B realized that Lily doesn't want to really talk about this. So immediately after that, 2B is like, let's go, Ninus, like we shouldn't bother her, like kind of spared her the questionings from Ninus. So yeah, so Lily realizes, Lily's like, oh, so you're alive then. Either way, the next person we, to Ninus is like, the next person we should ask is the people over here. So he's kind of trying to see which person he could ask, and in comes these two sisters. I forgot their names. I do remember them from the game. I do also remember them from the first few episodes, but I barely remember much about what they actually do and what type of characters they are. But I have vague recollections of them from the game. Either way, like they came from the outside, like gathering some stuff, materials. So Ninus is like, oh, like do you know anything about this person? And they say that no, we haven't seen her, but Jack Casman knows something about this. So she has gone to the flooded city to, to, to do something. So you guys can go there and ask them. And they also kind of tell them that don't talk to us that much because other people will not be really receptive of that. So yeah, so like nothing you can do about it. After that, we go to the flooded city. Now this part, I'll say, I've forgotten at that moment what the flooded city was, but as soon as I saw the place, I'm like, oh, I remember this part. Yeah, like in the game, I remember this part being, like I said, like like it's very similar to how they showed it here in the anime. Like I was very impressed looking at this part because they actually recreated a lot of the things that I remembered from the game. Like that little broken down bus, I think I remember seeing that in the game as well. In this part of the game, I think I remember that bus was also there. Not only that, the different buildings that we were seeing, they were awfully familiar, and I was like, oh, I kind of recognize this place very much. So they actually like really recreated the game in the anime. Like even the small little details they kind of recreated, which is quite impressive. And obviously, since it is like an RPG game, it's like an open world type of like a setting, so you can go around the different place, kind of jump around, and like just like RPG games, there are like secret, like hidden ways, hidden paths where you can find some secret treasure or something like that. There's a lot of things, so you had to do a lot of jumping over here. Like half of the place was submerged, and there was like a building I remember, which was like almost all of it was like submerged, like a little bit of it was kind of protruding out, and I kind of remember that. Anyways, so they're kind of moving around this part, and Ninus is like, all right. Ninus is kind of thinking that what's going on, like the commander, like why was she talking like that and trying to, as if trying to conceal something. And 2B's like, oh, we shouldn't think much about it. Like obviously 2B knows what's going on. And I'm pretty sure she kind of said that because she didn't want to get 9S involved in this, because if the command realizes that they know about that A2 situation, they might try to silence 9S and 2B. So to save him, and 2B also knows how curious 9S is. So to like to kind of stop him from going further, she's like, oh, 9S, like we shouldn't think much about stuff other than our mission. Like that's not how we should be. And 9S is like, yeah, sure. Like what, you're kind of right. Like he kind of fakes it here because later on we see he's like, I need to know more. That type of thing. Like he without letting 2B know, he kind of tried to go and get into the server and kind of eavesdropped on like the command. So yeah, at this point he kind of faked it, like to keep like like to kind of trick 2B. He's like, yeah, okay, you know what, I'm you're right, 2B, let's go. And yeah, they kind of like like jump around the different like buildings, and they come to like a little place, resting place, where 9S is like, oh, sit down here, 2B, like like just stop and listen. Like this, it seems as if no one is here. And he kind of like gets very excited looking at this place, and he's like, oh, like let me just like go into the water a little bit. Takes out his visor and takes out his socks and he goes down into the water, and he's like, oh, 2B, come here, come with us, and come with me. And 2B, as always, 2B's like no need for sea bathing, like this is not something that is necessary. While 9S says that, yeah, but humans do unnecessary stuff, like that's what humans are. Obviously, everything that humans do, not everything is necessary, like there's so many things that we don't need to do, but we still do because we just like it. And yeah, that's just the thing. So 9S says, like, so since we are also like human beings, we are made in human beings form, we should also try that, shouldn't we? Like that, I think that was his logic. Shouldn't we also be able to enjoy necessities? There you go. And in the end, 2B's like, all right, fine, you win. And she comes and she doesn't even take out her socks. She just goes in the water. She does take off her visor, and she looks at the like the horizon. And okay, 9S says like, what do you think about this? Okay, so they were having a little conversation here, like 2B's like, oh, the water is sticking to me, this and that. 9S was kind of laughing, but then 2B comes across the lunar tear. I think that's what they call the flower, and she's like, it's so interesting in this part where 2B's like, pod, and pod is like affirmative, and 2B is like, what? I haven't even said something. And the pod is like, hypothesis. 2B is thinking she wants to show the flower to operator 6O. And I love how the pod says, just after that, seeking a reply for accuracy of said hypothesis. He's like, was I correct? Like I'm like, according to my hypothesis, this is something that we would say after this. And it's so interesting because yeah, it's learning, like, and you could say like it's able to kind of understand emotions, the pod, because like 9S said, this is something unnecessary. 2B doesn't need to take the lunar tear and show it to the operator. She doesn't need that. It's something that is just optional. You can do it or you couldn't, so that is something 2B herself decided. That was not in any written order, like given to her. That it's just something that she decided from her own, using her own emotions. And the fact that the pod was able to read emotions shows that I think you could say that the pod also has a little bit of emotion in itself, because unless and until you have emotion, you won't be able to read emotion. That's what I think, at least. Like, emotion is something that is just something that you feel. So for you to be able to read someone and someone's emotion must mean that you also have emotions in you. I don't know, this is just what I think, and I'm kind of focusing on this because something happens at the end of the game which kind of hints how even the pods kind of gain emotion in the end. And that is why I'm kind of focusing on this, because like sticking with these two, 9s and 2b, the pods were able to kind of, I feel like they're also being a little bit influenced, and they are also kind of being able to read emotion. And the necessity thing that the thing that is necessary for you to read emotions is to have emotions for yourself. Unless and until you have emotion, you cannot read other people's emotions. I don't think it's possible. So yeah, it's just something that I think at this part. That's why I said this part was kind of interesting, because the pod just really just hypothesized that, oh, you're going to say this, and yeah. And anyways, Tubi's like, yeah, you're right. And Tubi gets the lunar tier and calls the operator, and the operator is very happy. The operator's like, oh, you got it, like it's so nice, and she's like, so the next part is, oh, she says, I'm going to save this in my folder. And then she says, like, the next part is, I want Tubi to kind of, like, put this in her hair. And she keeps repeating. She's like, oh, it would be such a great, like, scene up, like, if in your beautiful hair this beautiful flower is there. So in the end, Tubi's like, all right, fine, I'm gonna put it, but not in my hair, because like, it might like actually fall down or something. So yeah, she kind of puts it in her dress, and the operator's like, oh, this is so cute, so nice. And then, like, yeah, and she kind of tells her story. She says how she have always loved, like, the world, the human world, and she wanted to see all these things, the water, the buildings, like, the grass, everything she wanted to see. Unfortunately, she's an operator, so she cannot come here now. However, like, someday in the future, she wants to come here, and she wants to see, like, these scenes. And Tubi's like, yeah, you should do that. And she says, like, will you come with me when the time comes? If you're okay with it being among the missions, between the missions. Either way, the operator goes away, and Ninus kind of comments on how Tubi shows as if she's not interested in people, and isn't really emotional, but she herself is has emotions in herself as well, and otherwise she wouldn't have done this. Either way, they're like, all right, we should split up and see, like, find Jackass out. So 9S goes in this direction, 2B goes in this direction, and the first thing we see is we follow 2B's perspective. So we see someone screaming, so it is Jackass. Obviously, we found her, and we see Jackass is wearing a swimsuit and using a fishing rod to fish. And she got a fish. She was trying to get a fish, wasn't able to do it. Then she's like, all right, you know what? Grenade time. Just chucks in a grenade and gets the fish. It's so, it is so unnecessary. One grenade for a fish. Wow, that's very costly. Imagine just needing one grenade every time you try to get a fish. And it's crazy, at first I didn't realize what it was, but when the fish comes and drops on the ground, there's, like, in the ground, there's, like, lodged in bombs. I was like, what the hell are these? Are these fishes? But then I realized those are actually bombs. Like, probably, like, those have already been used, like, in the battle, in the war, against the machine life forms. I'm pretty sure, like, like, a lot of bombs are being used. And I'm guessing these are that type of bombs, probably from some plane, or maybe some, like, something, or some way or the other. And it's just lodged into the ground, and it's like an everyday scene, like, Jackass didn't even really notice that she was gassed up about the fish. But it's such a, like, like, a normal thing for them to just see bombs, like, lying around here and there. There was, like, in that one scene among the fish, there was, like, 4 bombs lodged into the ground. Like, at first I was like, what are those fishes? And then I realized, no, those are bombs. Either way, Jackass is very happy, and I love how Jackass is like, I'm going to name you. And Tubi comes in, and Tubi's like, Jackass. And she's like, yes, your name is Jackass. But then she's like, wait a minute, that sounds wrong. Either way, Tubi comes in, and Tubi's like, what the hell are you wearing? And Jackass says, like, oh, this is a swimsuit. Humans used to wear them at the beach. I don't really know where she got this from, but somewhere she got it from, I guess. She's like, it's easy to move around, it's quite useful for body temperature control. But 2 is just staring at her. Jackass is like, oh, this fish is called a mackerel. You should consume this. The enzymes in the oil of the fish's family is toxic to android transmission nerves. So yeah, you might die, but it'll be good for science, you know. And she multiple times she kind of does the same thing to Tubi, but Tubi's like, no, I can't be bothered. And then she's like, can you tell me something about A2? And she's like, no, I don't know anything about her that much. I haven't seen her, but I do know who it is. And she says like, it's Lily's previous comrade. And she's like, oh, you know about it? Tubi's like, yeah, she told me. And anyways, she also tells Tubi that the lunar tear is a flower which fulfills wishes or something like that. After that, Tubi tries to contact 9S, but transmission is jammed. So we go back 30 minutes ago and we see 9S. Like I said before, he faked it. So now he's like, all right, I'm sorry, not Tubi. I had to do this. I need to know. And he's trying to figure out how to get to the headquarter, like kind of go in and kind of like eavesdrop. So he's like, oh, there should be a good way. But then he realized, all right, what I can do is like I can contact the operator and kind of distract her, and within that time I can hack in the main comms. So how to distract her? He remembered that the operator told him that I need pictures from the human, like what the humans did, like books, like maybe some toys, stuff like that. That's going to tell us more about the history of the humans. And Ninus is like, oh, maybe we're doing this to maybe this is going to help out in our in getting back Earth or something like that. Maybe this is going to part of the mission. But the operator's like, nope, it's a hobby for me. And it's so crazy that I always wonder why this is a thing. Like we've always seen the command and everyone kind of prohibiting the androids from having like a train of thought or having emotions, but it seems almost everyone is quite open about their hobbies and stuff like this, which shows that they have emotions at a certain degree. So I don't know why the command, or maybe they're keeping this a secret from the commander, why the commander allows this, because what is the main motto? Like they should not have emotions. They should follow the rules and follow the orders. So having stuff like a hobby, like we saw a little bit earlier, like the other operator, she was getting so happy learning about the lunar tear, and which shows she has emotions. This operator as well, she's like, oh, I need some pictures, that's like my hobby. Shows that she has emotions. Like that's how I see this. Like if you have a hobby, I'm pretty sure you have an emotion, because hobbies are stuff that you do for your own pleasure and for something that you like or you're passionate about. Unless and until you have emotions, you wouldn't have a hobby. Have you seen a computer have a hobby? An AI, like an actual artificial intelligence have a hobby? Obviously not. So this shows that they have emotions, but at the same time they're so open about it. I sometimes wonder, like, then why do they prohibit them from having emotions? Because they're doing it either way. So I think maybe they're keeping it hidden from the command. That must be it. Like they're probably keeping it hidden and something like that. Anyways, so this operator is like, oh, there you go, I need some pictures, and 9S is like, all right, I can use this as an opportunity to distract her. So he uploads the the pictures, and immediately the operator calls him, and the operator is like, oh, you got this, that's so nice. And operator looks at the stuff and she says that, oh, these pictures kind of shows that human beings used to have a family, and a family is not really just like a group of people. It's a group of people who care about each other, that type of thing. That is a family. And Ninus kind of remembers the two little robots, the machine life forms, the little sister who decided to get married and have a family. He kind of remembers that. So yeah, obviously he realized that the machine life forms are doing the same thing that humans used to do. So, and yeah, okay, this part I was like, there was a shadow that kind of goes past. At first I didn't realize. I'm looking at this part again. That was definitely A2, or maybe it was someone else. I don't know. So Ninus asks, like, operator, do you have an interest in families? And she's like, according to records, it's not just a form of community, but a special group that cared of one another. There you go. And she says, if we Andras had a system similar to this family format, and then she kind of stops, and she's like, never mind. Which again, she was showing emotions here, and she kind of stopped herself. Either way, she's like, oh, thanks for this, and she goes away. And using, like, this little opportunity, Ninus was able to hack in, like in the command, and he kind of starts eavesdropping on the commander and the person, the guy from the headquarters, and eavesdrops on them, realizes they're talking about, like, like some kind of a plan, and if necessary, could, they can sacrifice the androids, that type of thing. And Ninus is like, huh, all these big talk about no having no sacrifices, and this is what's going on in the background. And he's like the commander has it tough, doesn't she? But while having, like, while eavesdropping, they realize that someone is eavesdropping on them, and immediately Ninus cuts off the comms. However, I don't know if there's some way that they can track back, because the headquarter, he orders the commander that find out whoever it is and do what you gotta do. So there you go. Either way, Ninus quickly, like, make some fake stuff to kind of trick them. Like some fake com logs and stuff. Like, I guess this is kind of like erasing your browser history, that type of thing. Yeah, that type of thing. Anyways, he was doing all of that, and then he suddenly realized, like, a ball came in, and he just looked and saw someone going past. And this is the time where 2B was trying to contact Ninus, and it's jammed. The whole thing is jammed, and Najaka says, like, probably a third party did this intentionally. Now, like, 2B immediately tries to go and like, like, find Ninus, while Ninus is trying to contact 2B, cannot contact him, her. He asks the pod, like, try to, like, like, take out this jamming, and the pod does say affirmative, but I don't know if it'll be able to take out the jamming. Either way, Ninus follows A2 silhouette and gets into a room where there's like a light, and there's like so many pictures of 9S, 2B, the pods, like it's all the pictures are about 2B and 9S, and someone painted it, like it's not like picture, it's paintings. So someone has been doing this, keeping tabs on them, and 9S is like, what the hell is this? This is so weird. Now, like I said, obviously I don't think this is A2. I don't know. Maybe this is something that Adam did. Because in the end, we see that Adam is not coming back. So I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. Either Adam did this or A2 did this. Either of them, I guess. But who knows? I don't feel like A2 is a type of character who's going to paint. She doesn't seem like a painter. She seems more, like, like more like a person who's just going to swing around her sword. So she doesn't seem like a painter to me. So I would guess this is Adam, because Adam is the type of character who tries to see what humans do and tries to emulate it and be more like humans. He started reading books. He started kind of putting on clothes on himself, trying to emulate the humans. So maybe he also started painting, trying to emulate certain humans, like, artists and people like them. And if it was Adam, he has been keeping, like, like, eye on 2B and 9S. So who knows? Either way, I'm sure I'll get my answer in the next episode. But either way, 2B 9S kind of, like, this part was kind of like, gets like a little bit of horror-y, like the lights are flickering, 2B's going, and, like, like there's like sudden jump scares and stuff coming up. Anyways, while all of this was happening, like, someone, like, just jumps towards 9S, I think, and yeah, that's where they stop, and then we get to Eve, sorry, Eve is reading the book, and I love his logic. He's like counting the page numbers, and then he's like, "Oh, my brother told me to read it. I did read it, you know." Yeah, technically he did. He really read the page numbers. Anyways, um, you know what? This is so funny. I remember doing something similar like this. Someone told, not, yeah, not me, but someone else, I think, did something like this in, like, in my class. That guy was being punished, you know, because they did something, and the teacher was like, "Oh, you stand up and you read this part, you know, like this whole, like, like every page you read. That will be a punishment." And he started reading the I think no, he didn't read the page number. He started reading the titles, every title, like in the first part. And at the end, he was like, "Oh, I've done it. You know, I've read it." That type of logic. Anyway, it just reminded me of that. So after that, Eve suddenly is like, "Wait a minute, something has happened." He realized something has happened to his brother, and he gets up and he says like, "I cannot feel elder brother." So, and that's where it ended. So let's see, you know, like a lot of things are happening. A2 is over there, you know, like Adam is probably there somewhere as well, you know, while 9s is trying to find out who it is. 2b is trying to find out 9s, and everything is like kind of going down over there. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So yeah, that was it. That was this my reaction to episode number 8 of NieR Automata. So like I said, by the time this video will be out, episode 9 will also probably come out. I do plan on reacting to episode 9 most probably tomorrow. So you can expect another video to come out tomorrow on 9 NieR Automata. And yeah, after reacting to episode 9, I'll be caught up with the normal uploads of NieR Automata. I was lagging by 1 week, so yeah. Anyways, there you go. That was it. That was my reaction to episode 8. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe. If you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys most probably tomorrow with another video of NieR Automata. So yeah, until then, goodbye and have a nice day.